What's going on, family? Thank you for tuning in to today's live. You're locked in with the Coach Smook Network, and I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. Before we get rolling, do me a quick favor. Tap that like button, share the stream out, and if you're new here, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss any of the action. Now listen, if you really rock with what we're building here, I invite you to take the opportunity to support the channel by becoming a member of the AAA family. Our mantra is authenticity above all. Everything we do, our content and our community, is built on creating and enjoying quality, authentic conversations, real insight, and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly assists in the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar you contribute is not only appreciated, it's paid forward. We proudly make monthly contributions to various community health and awareness organizations because impact matters. If you want to get even more involved with the community, be sure to join our Discord. You can type the command right now in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. And for those who want to support the network directly, you can donate through multiple options: Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. Thank you all for the love and the support and the energy you bring every single time. Now buckle up because it's time to get into the show. Somebody type it in the chat. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's get it.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Welcome. What's good, everybody? Tapping in tonight. Appreciate you. Give yourself a hand clap. Come on, a round of applause. Everybody that's pulling up to the live tonight. Appreciate y'all for pulling up here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Kick, and Twitch. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We're going to have a good time tonight. The plan is to have a great time. Late night. It's not late night. It ain't late night yet. But here in about 15 minutes, about 20 minutes, we're going to have a special opening segment to our call-in segment. We're trying something new. We're going to kind of start rotating some of the voices that continuously hit the call-in lines during the day. We're going to start getting them on at nighttime. Start getting some of those personalities, getting their voices heard, creating some entertainment value, especially for the off-season debate topics and conversations. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. Make sure you're tapping that like button on the YouTube side. Make sure you're sharing the stream, letting everybody know your favorite Alabama content coverage and interactive insider is live right now on YouTube. If you're tapping in on TikTok, thank you for tapping in. Continue to tap that screen. Appreciate you, Jalea, for tapping in. How you doing? Good to see you over there. Who else is over there? What's up, Britt? Good to see Britt, my little sister over there. Yeah. Road to 5K. Don't forget, y'all, we're on the road to 5K. We did a great push this past weekend during A-Day. Got interactive with the community and the fan base, and it was a good experience once again. But tonight, topics of conversation, man, we got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna make some hot takes. I got some hot takes because I've watched, my clips. I've watched the clips that were provided by the university. I've seen some other things floating around on social media, some different plays that I kind of almost couldn't remember or wasn't sure about personnel. But I want to make some bold takes tonight, and we're going to start with the main conversation. And I'm not going to be one of those media personalities that for the platforms that just talk about one specific topic all summer long. I promise you. We'll create different debates about a certain topic, but we won't continue to attack it from the same angle. So tonight, we'll kind of just make some bold claims, some hot takes and bold claims, because even with practice tomorrow, I think we'll learn a lot more from any sources of resource or developments from practice tomorrow and Thursday with how things are being handled during practice. So we're going to get into the conversation. Hopefully y'all ready, man. I went on a 3-mile run. I caught myself training for a half marathon that's coming up. That's what I caught myself doing. But yeah, today was one of them days. I chose to go during probably the hottest time of the day. I feel like that stress training really helps accelerate like your conditioning. So I got about 2.73 miles before I started reaching that stress level. Had to walk the rest of the way, but 3 miles, man. 3 miles. We're gonna do it 3 times a week. 3 miles. And hopefully in the next 4 months we'll be ready. We'll be ready for a half marathon. And then after that, our next goal is a full marathon. We want to go full marathon. Put the community on the map. AAA family, I'm gonna represent. Get us here and represent. Go out there, do a marathon. Who want to join me? Anybody? Nobody? Okay. Well, since nobody want to join me for the half marathon training, let's get into this roll call here on the Coach Smook Network, man. Y'all tap in, drop a comment on each platform. It don't matter where you at. Let me know where you're watching from. I want to say what's up to you. I want to see you. I want to acknowledge you for supporting Coach Smook Network, tapping in all the way from where he at. My brother Tim Brooks. What's good, Tim Brooks? Roll Tide. LA family. I see him with that wristband. He look good with that wristband on. Jason Jackson, what's good, my brother? Oh, Tide, welcome in, welcome in. Britt, what's good, bro? Man, on both sides, feeling double view. Zach, what's good, man? I know Zach is. That's right down his alley. What's up, man? I'm gonna get the roll Tide. Tramp, what's good, sis? Looking in on Twitch. Hey, Urban, yes, ma'am. How you doing? I'm good. What you doing? Roll Tide. And Strip coming and checking in on the YouTube. I look training for a marathon too. Got us a partner. All 2027. I think hey, listen. I'm gonna say this. I think I'm going to take my time with this training. I'm not gonna just overdo it and be out of whack with it. I'm definitely gonna push myself. And if I'm ready by October of this year, I'm gonna do one. They usually do them right before third Saturday in October. The last weekend in October. So do that one right when the weather is dropping. All right, that perfect weather. I'll be excited to do that. Hopefully, y'all continue to support us also in our fitness journey. So if you want to join us, man, we're doing e-coaching or fitness training. If y'all need a fitness coach, need someone to help you develop workout routines that want to help you reach goals, and you don't necessarily have gym confidence, presence, or whatever, coach you into building that so that you don't the nitty gritty. Start pushing yourself and reaching them goals. What's up, Amanda? Good to see you. Roll Tide in the chat. She's been very busy today. I think today been a busy day for everybody. And before we get into the show today, I kind of want to take a moment, and I'm not gonna get emotional, but I wanted to do it this morning, but I couldn't. Probably would have cried. But I want to take a moment. A lot of y'all that have known me for a while, you all know I have some family members that have played at the highest of levels. They have, as part of being a part of this legacy and this family tree, have some names and some figures who have played at multiple levels in both basketball, football, track and field, baseball. And I come from an athletic lineage, my family. And so it's not crazy for us to have not crazy to see me starting to grow in the industry surrounded by commentating football, because my family, both sides, love college football. Love NFL. Everybody loves football. Even the females, they may not know every player, but when the game's on, we have family time. And so football has been the center of my family for years now. And I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the life and the legacy of my cousin, passing 6 years ago today. So acknowledging him. This was his birthday weekend also, but just want to just acknowledge him, man. The picture pops up every year since he passed, when he first came back home after not re-signing with the Seahawks. He did a short stint with the Bills, and then he got back over to the Seahawks. And then he came back home and he was coaching. He was coaching, and he was at Tennessee State for a while. And I think his last stint of wanting to get settled back home, he was going to be coaching at Lanier High School, the high school that kind of set him off, fell him to Arkansas, and then led to a transfer to Alabama State, where he was able to lead Alabama State to their first SWAC championship. I can't remember how long it had been since they done that, but he also won the All-SWAC player, the SWAC Player of the Year. Just ended up getting drafted in the second round by the Minnesota Vikings. If you remember him, I think it was 2004, or it may have been 2006, 2007, is when he led the Vikings to, and the numbers are just kind of wrapping up, but just taking time to remember a great spirit, a great person, not just because he was my cousin, but I remember him starting the football camp to give back to the community of Montgomery, Alabama, and the amount of kids that were aspiring to be a quarterback because of his impact during his era and time at Alabama State. And they called him Baby Vic for a reason, man. He looked kind of like Michael Vick out there on the field, the way he moved and threw that ball on the run. And I think the only difference was he was right-handed. Vic was left-handed. So, but good old country boy, and just loved everybody. Always had a good time when you hung around him, and this was a great person. So, in that, y'all, we want to take a moment and just acknowledge him and recognize him. We appreciate you, Tvar, for your impact on my life, man. I love you, man, and you'll always be remembered forever when it comes to the names and the greats that have come out of Montgomery, Alabama. These will always be remembered. So shout out to my cousin, man, and our family. Keep them in your prayers. It is a tough time this time of year. For the past 6 years now, it's been a tough time. So continue to keep my family in your prayers. I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be here and acknowledge such a great life, a great story, a great legacy. Somebody that had it all and just continue to fight and become a better person. And I loved him, man. I loved him. So appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Britt, for the support. Appreciate everybody. But if you all knew of Tvar Jackson, y'all know that joke was silly. And get on that grill, fire some up and some, just get it going, man. And I would love for there to be a little bit. And what's crazy is the Seattle Seahawks, they still recognize him. I don't think he didn't even play a snap in the playoffs that year when they won the Super Bowl with Russell Wilson. But quality backup, they felt like they had the same confidence in Russell they had in Tvar. So it was good, man. Good being able to experience those moments, especially when FaceTime came about, or video chatting in general came about. He was really close with my mother. So it's good to be in that space. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. We're going to get into the show tonight here on the Coach Smook Network. I got about 10 minutes to do my little opening segment, and then we're going to have our guests come on. Hopefully they'll be able to tap in. And we're going to bring something new to y'all here on the Coach Smook Network. So get ready to tap in. Buckle up, man. Buckle up. We about to crank this thing up. Hopefully y'all jump in these comments, man. First, I need y'all to like the stream. That's what I need y'all to do first. All of y'all on YouTube, Twitter, retweet, requote, all of that good stuff. Share the stream also. If you're right here in the YouTube chat, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait about 15 seconds. And I'm going to let y'all share the stream. It's easy. It's the easiest thing to do. Share it You could post it on Facebook, at everyone, all that good stuff, and get us right. If you're on Facebook tuning in, tap the screen, drop a reaction, let me know where you're watching from. But also, when we open the phone lines up at 8, I want y'all to be ready to talk some football. All right. So somebody type it in the chat, and I want y'all to type it real loud. Let's get it, y'all.
Put me in again, Coach Smook. Put me in again, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in again, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in again, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
All right, y'all, let's get into it, man. All right, we started some good conversations this morning. I think more so than anything, we got a good picture of where most of our thoughts are with where this team stands after the 8-day scrimmage. And I'm telling y'all right now, if you left with a lot of questions, rightfully so, right? Because it was a scrimmage. And but you have to understand that if your questions are like to support claims that the offensive line doesn't look better, I think you're mistaken. I was rewatching the tape today, like I said, all of the clips, and you look at the offensive line, man. David James looks like a mainstay at right tackle. I like Michael Carroll at guard. I think that's a position where your anchor, your strongest, most versatile offensive lineman should be at. One that can play all the positions. If he's athletic and you want to get more establishment for the zone run scheme, outside zone run scheme, all those things, get your athletic guys at guard that can move. And I think you see that with both Carroll and Waldrop getting those looks. Nick Brooks was working at right tackle. That was kind of interesting to see. Ty Haywood also moving into guard. So it looks like those athletic frames, Coach Clem and his staff, they're trying to move those guys into the interior instead of having the traditional. You're more athletic guys that get off platform very well and can move in space, having those guys at tackle. But when you look at Lloyd Jackson and Javen James, similar frames, right? Technique wise, I think there's a difference. Technique-wise with what you get from what's the young man's name? Nick Brooks. I was just talking about him at tackle. You could tell that he's more comfortable at guard, right? And that's fair. I think that's fair. 6'7", 300 plus. That's not a guy that's used to moving and covering that type of space, jumping off his platform, pushing off his platform. So offensive line, great conversation to have tonight. The tight end room, Marshall Pritchett showed up a lot, had a touchdown. Josh Ford, number 40. You see where this staff is really excited about using him at his physicality and run blocking, but also in pass pro. They were able to score, or that big pass play to Ryan Williams. If you see that, we had the 12 personnel, 2 wide receivers split, right? And the protection was a slide protection, and Ford was able to slide and have a solid rep against the edge. I can't remember who was on the edge. I believe it was Yanze coming off the edge there. And it looked good. It looked good for the most part. And for everybody that thought that for everyone that thought that the offensive line would struggle and get whooped up, like for real, I think there was a good balance of competition. A lot of those plays, there was a play where freshman Xavier Griffin was closing out on Keelan Russell. To me, that's a bang play. Keelan didn't try to evade and step through and then make a clean throw. He threw the ball, a great ball under pressure. So it's a lot of things that we can talk about and get into tonight when it comes to the offense. But defensively, I think we're excited about the defense, right? But I was talking with some of my buddies. They'll be on, hopefully here. They'll be pulling up here in a second. Let me check. We were talking about how good the secondary looks, how good the defensive line rotation looks, most athletic groups out there. but they sparked a question. And I think Alabama fans have been saying this for a minute too. The inside linebacker room, we saw some quality reps from Caleb Woodson, Luke Metz, QB Reese, Abdul Sanders Jr. Who else? Duke Johnson got some reps there. Caden Jones flying around. All 6 of those guys, even Zay Hall, he had, I think, 3 or 4 tackles, just flying around, making quality tackles. You look at the depth in this room. How much space and time is there to see these guys develop? And then can we fully see that this is the mentality that we want to reestablish for the inside linebacker core? Because like we were talking about in the group takes, I remember at one point inside linebacker, Alabama was linebacker you in general, for edge rushers, but inside linebacker position in particular, we've been hit or miss. We've been, either start out extra slow and end at good enough, or there's been a late coming. Most people kind of forget about. I think that's something that most people kind of forget about when it comes to Alabama. So there are things that we can do to adjust, especially with the scheme 4-2-5 defense. The assignments for the inside linebacker are far more extensive than what we're used to seeing out of the 3-4 nickel scheme with Coach Saban, right? Where you have a lot more second level support, forcing the guards and tackles to kind of see things past the first level, and the defensive linemen being disruptive. But you see Coach Womack starting to adapt and apply a lot of those concepts and a lot of those type of philosophies or play calls, leveraging it to putting more hats in the box, right? Leaning towards the box and relying on these guys' instincts and their athleticism to be able to see ball, read, get into their drops if need, or shoot the gaps and provide run support. And another important factor for the inside linebacker success, I think, is going to rely a lot on the safeties in run support. A lot of times in this scheme, your inside linebackers, especially the Sam, he gets washed in the mesh a lot because of him supposed to be asserting as far as the attack point for blowing up those run lanes, those run fits. So you see a lot of times, and that's where Jahad Campbell and I forget who it was that was playing that rotational spot behind him when Deontay Lawson got hurt. I forget. That's where you saw them struggle at, understanding the concept that it's not necessarily my job to make the play, but I'm supposed to be the point of disruption to open it up for those safeties and those linebackers filling and closing behind me. So a lot of conversation to have tonight, and that was the one that kind of sparked my interest. So the inside linebacker room, can we see the LBU Alabama era of inside linebacker return? Alabama. Right after this little infomercial break, we're going to get into that conversation. And I'm going to have some special guests come on. Y'all tap in. Hey, think about joining the AAA family and becoming a member of the Coach Smook Network. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss out on any of the postseason coverage. Let's get into it, y'all. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, If you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. All right, y'all. We got a special surprise for y'all tonight. We're featuring something that we're gonna start here on the Coach Smook Network. I hope y'all enjoy this tonight. We got a few special guests that's gonna hear them. You're not gonna be able to see them, but you're gonna hear them, and we're gonna have their takes on this conversation. There are two callers that have been frequent callers over the last few weeks, and have been voicing their opinions on some of the topics that we've been establishing, and you guys have been responding to them in the chat, so we're going to bring them on tonight. We're going to have a little fun with the conversation tonight, and bring it to the stage, man. I'm going to go ahead and get this fight music, because every time they around each other, it's going to be a little something. It's going to be a little razzle-dazzle when we start talking some Bama football. So coming to the stage, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. Y'all give it up for my brothers B Harp and my brother Kelsey Shep, and this segment being sponsored by First Place Barbering of Montgomery, Alabama. Y'all welcome to the stage, fellas. What's up, man? How y'all feeling?
What's up, Smook?
Man. How you doing, dude?
Look, man, I'm good, man. Chat, let me know if y'all can hear them. I got to do some volume adjusting for them. Hopefully they can hear us very well. Y'all, tonight, topic of conversation. Y'all know how to call in segment go. Y'all in the game with your boy, Coach Smook. Listen, you guys said it earlier. We've been talking about the inside linebacker play for years now. And this isn't a Kalen DeBoer thing. This is an Alabama thing. What has happened to the Alabama inside linebacker room? Not just, well, we can say edge rush, but I think we've had some onesies that come in and either injuries caught their season short and they've still made it based off of potential. But this inside linebacker room in particular, guys, what do y'all see? What's your take on it? Harp, you can go first, and then Shub, you can take a minute. We're going to take about 10, 15 minutes, y'all, to have this conversation. So y'all tap in, and I want to see y'all comments because we want to react to y'all comments too. So go ahead, Harp. Give me what you think, bro.
Well, I think that because of the fact everybody's gotten with the spread offense and want to throw the ball around, people still forget that you gotta be able to stop the run. But in doing so, they feel like they got to get guys that can cover and that can tackle okay. And unfortunately, what you lose in that, talking about guys that can cover and tackle okay, is that guy that's in the middle. That when you look at him across from the quarterback, he ought to be intimidated. He ought to be like, hey, if you're a running back or a fullback, Alabama's got to get that guy that's like, look, man, I'm gonna knock mucus from your chest. I'm gonna knock the chin strap off of you. In some kind of way, when we went away from that, who's the gosh? I hate that I can't call the linebacker's name. He played against Clemson. He's the one that hit Deshaun Watson, made him spin around. Reuben Foster.
You know, yeah.
No, we haven't had that dude like that since then. Now, we've had a couple of guys to go to the league, but I'm talking just bona fide someone that's, hey, I can cover, but not only can cover, and when you do come across the middle, you need to fear me. So I don't know why that's going to that, because, you know, people throw the ball around, but I still think you can still find that type of player. I really do. That can still be in cover, but at the same time, you better fear me when you come out here across the middle.
And I think we're seeing it across college football. Like I said, where is it at Alabama? And I think Chuck Morrell is onto something with the type of player that he's bringing in, but we have yet to see it. He's only been in the linebacker room, that inside linebacker room, for a year. We saw a extreme improvement last year with the rotation, especially around week 3, week 4. Is like they got better and better every week. Still a few spots where guys just were second guessing looks, but for the most part, we saw improvement there. Excited to
But
see.
did you fear them though?
Yeah,
Did we fear these guys?
The run support, man, it got to be a lot more intense, a lot more physicality.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm slobbing because this is my type of fight. This is my type of conversation. It almost like, the old Tecmo mode, where they say fight. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. I told you and Smook about a month ago. That was my only thing. And I like what Smook said earlier. Smook was like, this is not a DeBoer thing. This is an Alabama thing. Perfectly said, on target. But I had to blame the guy because he is the head coach at Alabama. And the reason why I got to dump it all on him, because he is responsible for making sure that you get them dogs on campus by any means necessary. And I get it. People come and go. To be honest with you, I thought Russo was going to be that guy. Yeah. I was trying to hope that. Yeah, I thought somebody was. He's from right here in Montgomery. He from the west side of Montgomery, from Carver. I thought somebody was going to tame this guy to be the next Reuben Foster type, Reuben Foster-esque type guy. You know what I'm saying? But again, that was the only thing that I was concerned about was, can this guy bring the type of physicality? Because I'm just gonna go and take it right now. And I hate bringing up other teams when I'm talking about Alabama, and especially when I'm on the Alabama network. But I'm just gonna go and tell you, Georgia got something over there, brother. Georgia whole defense coming back. So when Alabama plays, teams like Georgia, what I'm saying? Even Vanderbilt got some dog down there. Vanderbilt got some of them boys down. I know. I get it. We hadn't. This is an unusual name that I'm naming, but I watched them for the last 2 years. When they beat Alabama, did y'all pay attention to Vanderbilt defense when they beat Alabama? Them boys were rugged and they were tough. They were not. Come on, Smook. They were not afraid of Alabama. They had, I don't know where they getting them from. Maybe they coming out of Memphis, Ninth Ward and our Orange Mounds for round through there. But they were not afraid of Alabama. And my thing is, where is the inside linebacker? You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about the front four. The front four I think the front four gonna be pretty, gonna be solid. But brother, when you in a 4-2-5 defense, you only got really 2 run stoppers, that you depend on. And I know coach is gonna bring the 3-4. Matter of fact, when I came on the show, he was already talking about it. At least with the 3-4, you got some help because the end is pretty much walked up and he's standing up. So he gonna, bring some support, with the run game and all that stuff. But in a 4-2 defense, Brian, in a 3-4 defense, the end is.
Go ahead, Kelsey.
Well, listen, I ain't gonna say the end, but the outside. I ain't gonna say the end, but the outside linebacker. So really, it looked like a 4-3, if you will, because most of the time in the 3-4 defense, that's why Alabama have always kept a dominant defensive end / outside linebacker, right? But in this correct me if I'm wrong. But
you know what, Shep? What's happened is that offenses have found that hybrid tight end, right? They found those out the field back running backs that you don't necessarily have to get assets to run protect or pass pro. You can flip it out to those athletes and get them out in space. And what happened with Alabama and Georgia and other defenses in the SEC, and I want to say probably like 2011, 12-ish, that's when it started to exposing itself. So you saw the 3-4 nickel that Coach Saban ran. You saw him start to shift to the wolf type personnel that we see playing.
Or the 3-3-5 look sometimes.
Yeah, and to me, Coach Saban ran a lot of that 3-3-5 look.
I never saw Bama in a 3-3-5. I never saw Bama in a 3-3-5.
But you gotta look at even the alignment. When we played against teams like Missouri A&M that was in that air raid like offense, they forced us to be in a 3-3-5. And you got to think the only difference was you had 2 gap D linemen. You get what I'm saying? The concept up front was you had 3 wrecking balls. is not an attractive scheme or concept anymore because nobody's trying to force the inside zone run game anymore. Teams that are doing that is because they're limited on their outside capabilities, their perimeter assets. But it's very few of that with NIL and things. You see the landscape of talent is just spread. So I think that's what's forcing Alabama teams like Alabama. And you see a lot of teams running the 4-2-5 variation of the 4-2-5 across college football.
Yeah,
but
it's a very common.
3-5 is becoming very, very popular. Florida State had
Kane Womack need to stay with who he is, which is the 4-2-5, and just go in the transfer portal and find you two monsters. You still good with your two safeties walking down, setting the edge. They can cover and get you your safety. That way you can play one single high and bring the other two and support the run. But man, what I'm saying is, it's great whether you're a 3-3-4 guy or 4-2-5 guy. All that's great. Just find me two people at the University of Alabama in the 4-2-5 that, hey, that guy right there, we need to find him right now at all times. There need to be somebody knees shaking in the backfield when he line up. Me and Kelsey was talking the other day. The best thing that happened to Clemson and the worst thing that happened to Alabama was when Deshaun Foster found out he could survive a hit from Reuben Foster. Yep. When Deshaun Watson found out he survived that hit, I totally agree.
I totally agree.
But at least for most of the game, he was afraid of Reuben Foster.
And Brian, to be honest with
you. Uh-oh,
go ahead, Kelsey.
Shepton tapped out. We're gonna see if we can get him back in. But I was gonna do this. I was gonna say this because there have been
we can beat them this way, right?
There we
go.
Go.
Kelsey back.
Shep, you back.
Kelsey, go back and say what you're saying.
So really what I was saying is, okay, like, am I clear? Am I clear, guys?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, you good.
Am I clear? Can you guys hear
me?
Yes.
Fellas, am I here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello?
Got you.
Am I here, guys?
Yes.
Let me remove him and tell him to come back in. I'm going to tell him to come back in.
All right. And then I'm going to let him carry because I got to get out of here in a couple minutes.
Yep. Because we was about to close it up. We got about 2 minutes left on our segment time, y'all. We really on the clock tonight trying to give y'all a good preview of this. But so where's the linebacker room? We've talked about what we're looking for. When you look at some of the things that have come through from A-Day footage, film, everything you're hearing, everything we've been reporting, some of the guys that we've watched come and commit through recruiting, do you think that we have an opportunity to see that reestablished in this inside linebacker room?
I didn't see it in the spring, but it's the spring. And sometimes there might be a guy sitting over there that even though he played well in the spring, he gonna get in the film room, get strong over the summer, really take it serious now that he knows that he can play, and really take his game to the next level.
Okay. And Shep, same to you. Do you see right now currently in the inside linebacker room at the University of Alabama, do you see that inside linebacker potential? Do you see a person, anybody stand out that give you that OG inside linebacker feel?
Oh, no, sir. Don't you talk like that, sir. You hit a big nerve in me because when you say OG, I do not see it. And that is exactly what had me hallucinating and shaking in my boots. I was concerned with Alabama because I haven't saw that. And I think, watch this, teams is going to exploit that early. They gonna know, oh, they ain't got that, they don't have that second level presence like they used to have. Folks talking about QB Reese, I just don't see it yet. I don't see it. Maybe it's I think he has the potential. Number one, dude ain't big enough. QB Reese like what, 220, 222, which is good size.
235. He 235.
He 235, but at 235, you got to have a presence. For some reason, QB Reese don't give me the presence. I'm talking about a guy that just gonna sit in that, kind of almost like Salim Rashid. Man, I remember number 11. He was number 11 for Alabama. Man, he had the neck brace on. Them guys, when them guys got in their stance at linebacker back then, them guys let you know. You bring that mesh cross here, you want to. This is what I'm going to do for it. And then you come on down to Freddie Rowe. Freddie Rowe was another dog at linebacker, number 8. And Freddie was about 6'4", well, about 6'3", about 260. Freddie played about 255, 260. But all of those, Dante Hightower.
And we got a transition, Shep, but I'm saying I get where you want, but those guys, they not hanging in this day and age of college football. They didn't have the lateral speed, quickness, athleticism. They will be right there on the defensive front where most of the guys that used to be able to play in the middle of the field, where they're getting pushed down to. That's why you see those 6'4", 260-pound guys coming off the edge playing basically a new defensive end.
Well, Coach, I'm not saying that it got to be 260, but what I'm saying is just that dominant presence, just that breathing down your neck. You know what I'm saying? That walking up to the, his D line and hitting them on the, you know what I'm saying? Just that presence. I don't see winning championship. That's why Saban had what he called the process, because Saban knows about time you get to about a junior. Really, you ain't need but 1 year to go pro in Saban's system. So he knew if I could just get you to hold out until about a strong sophomore junior season, he knew you ready to be a man. So like you say, it's not about the size anymore. It's about that lateral, who can move. That's why I said I thought number 4 last year was going to be that person, but he got hurt. He came back. Obviously, it was a package deal and the boy got shipped to Ohio. Whoop-de-doo, right? What I'm saying is I was concerned about that, Coach, again, because I didn't see nobody on the roster that's gonna. Now that boy from South Carolina, I think he's a D lineman pretty much. I think that guy can have a pretty good presence because he had that South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if they're gonna stand him up at linebacker or what. I don't know. But as far as a homegrown talent in Tuscaloosa, I don't know if it's up there. I don't see it.
For sure. And I appreciate y'all for joining in, man. Y'all give it up for our special guest. Y'all gonna hear and see more of that throughout the offseason, y'all. Shep, Harp, y'all have a good night, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. And we're gonna get this phone line opened up and hopefully we get some more responses about this inside linebacker room, man. Y'all boys, I appreciate y'all and Roll Tide, man. Y'all give it up for those guys. All right, now we're gonna take a quick infomercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna open the phone lines. Call-in topic: where's the inside linebacker room in your opinion? Do you see Alabama coming back as the linebacker? You get what I'm saying? Like like they said, those OG. Now, skill set wise, I don't think we're gonna find those ever again. But do we see a new standard? Can we get the run fits right? Can we get the physicality? Can we still maintain the coverage ability? I think we saw a pretty good showing. For like Harp said, for the scrimmage, for it to be a scrimmage. But I gotta disagree with Shep. I think QB Reese, if there's anybody in that room that's looking like the old school linebacker presence, having that presence with just pure intimidation and coming down and hitting, QB Reese is the name that you hear about when you ask about the guys at the University of Alabama. So I see y'all there. I see y'all in the comments. Run it up. Let me know what you think. We're going to be right back after these messages. Give a shout out to our sponsors, man. We want to thank Walk-Ons for supporting us, but also we want to thank Sports Info Solutions for becoming partners and providing us with our statistics for our upcoming draft coverage here over the next few weeks. So y'all tap in, and we'll be right back after these messages. Check it out.
Hold on 1 second. If you're serious about sports, you need more than just box scores. You need real insight. That's why Sports Info Solutions is the official partner of the Coach Smook Network. Sports Info Solutions is my go-to source for in-depth stat analysis, giving you the tools to truly understand player production, tendencies, and performance on a whole new level. From NFL, MLB to NBA, Sports Info Solutions delivers advanced data that helps fans, coaches, and analysts see the game behind the game. This isn't just stats, it's context. Looking ahead to the next generation of stars? Check out NFLDraft.sportsinfosolutions.com for elite draft analysis and detailed prospect breakdown. Make it your new go-to stat tracker. Visit sportsinfosolutions.com today. Now let's get back in the game.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep
Put me in again, cold smoke. 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 Put me in again, cold smoke.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Yeah. The call-in line is open. 334-625-1121. Call in, say your name, and put me in the game, Coach Smook. I want to hear your thoughts. Inside linebacker room. Are we gonna see it return? Is it gonna have that type of effect that we're looking for? We're gonna get our first caller on the line, see if we can get this volume turned up real quick.
Awesome. Zach Willie. To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Yo, Zach, what's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook? Talk to me, man.
What's good, Coach Smook, my AAA family? How are you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good, man. Good to have you on the phone line. Talk to us about this inside linebacker room, where you think it stand at, and how you see the future projections of it, and then and any other hot takes with Bama football after the spring game. We really didn't get into that part of the conversation, but if you have a hot take based off of the things that you saw, chat, AAA family, all the viewers, if you have a hot take based off of some things that you saw, go ahead and put it out there. We want to get it on wax, and we want to give you the opportunity to answer for it once this season kicks off and we start to see some things transpire. So the floor is yours, Zach. Go ahead, brother.
Yep. I'm actually gonna have to disagree with Shep. I think we have 3 guys in the inside linebacker room that can present that OG style of hitting, being and imposing in the middle of the field. I think we got QB Reese, Luke Metz, Abdullah Sanders, and them 3 guys right there are some dogs. They didn't really get to show it last year because they was learning, but this year I think they're going to come out and have some real opportunities and be let off the leash, so to speak.
I think, I don't know if y'all remember Keith Holcomb and Dylan Lee. Those guys were the 3rd or 4th guy in the rotation. They weren't necessarily the most athletic, but they brought effort, they brought intensity, and they provided an offset skill from the other 3 guys. When I look at the linebacker room, there's kind of like QB Reese, there's like 3 of those guys in the inside linebacker room. Those style of players, physical, can blow up the run fits, all of that stuff, and tackle good in open space, has the lateral quickness, has the speed. Duke Johnson is another one, Abdullah Sanders Jr. But when you look at Caleb Woodson, Luke Metz, Caden Jones, the type of skill sets that they possess, those are the hybrid guys that kind of are taking over the inside linebacker room. And I think right now that's where you kind of got to start building on as far as your foundation of your inside linebacker look. And then from that, you allow that the comfortability in that, then naturally that physicality to start to develop. So I think it's about finally having a group of inside linebackers now in defensive in this Kane Womack scheme, being comfortable in what they're being asked to do. So now I feel like this year more so than the last 3 or 4 years, we're going to see a young veteran presence, meaning guys that understand the scheme, don't necessarily have the game reps yet, but they understanding what they're being asked to do. And I think that in turn will increase their production and how they impact the game.
Facts. I got some more topics that I want to discuss.
Go ahead, Zach.
I'm gonna have to double down on what I said about Keelan Russell being the Heisman Trophy winner this year. From what I seen Saturday, he was making some throws. I mean, he was putting the ball where it needed to be. Yeah, did the cornerbacks and safeties let up some? Yeah, but still, he was making some very competitive throws, putting it in spots to where the receiver, even though they was covered, he was thrown open, to where he was hitting windows to where they got enough separation to make the catch, but yeah, and I just you don't see that from just any quarterback. Are there other teams that have that kind of quarterback? I don't know. I haven't seen it against as quality of competition as what we see on a week in and week out basis. So the quarterbacks that I think that I have in my head, they play in not as tough of a conference, like the Big Ten. Yeah, the Big Ten has it. They have good teams, but they have what, 2 or 3 good teams. Then
Right.
after that, it drops. The gap is just too big. It was like back in Nick Saban's early days in the SEC,
Right.
So, now with the quality of competition that we're seeing week in and week out in the SEC with NIL, I think Keelan just separates himself that little bit more because of what he goes up against every day in practice. Because we got some dudes in the secondary that I think can make it tough, but he's excelling, and he has that it factor that Alabama has been missing for a while. Well,
100%, Zach.
I'm gonna hop off of here, Coach Smook, and let the phone line open up. Row Tide to you and my AAA family. Love you guys, and I'll holler at y'all later.
100%, Zach. Appreciate you for calling in, man. Hey, guys, make sure when you're on the phone lines, you're listening for that beep. We want to make sure people are getting a fair opportunity to get on the line tonight. The night calling shows traffic picks up, so I want to get a lot of people on tonight. So if you just called in, I saw a 334 number call in and a 205 number call in. You can go ahead and call back in now. First one through is the first one on the line. Phone line is open, 334-625-1121. Topic of conversation: where does the inside linebacker room stand in your mind, and who is the next LBU product for Alabama? We got another call on the line. Let's see who it is.
Call from
Mr. QC Green.
Yo, QC, you in the gang with Coach Smook. Y'all give it up for Coach Smook. Talk to me, man.
Man, what's going on, man? It's been a minute.
100%, man. 100%, man. How you feeling? Been doing pretty good. How you been?
Now I'm blessed, man. We passing through, man, taking our daughter down to the beach this weekend. So we're passing through Montgomery right now, man.
Bring me some Waffle House, man. Bring me some Waffle House. Drop some Waffle House over here downtown. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I see, man.
Nah, man. What's going on? The topic of conversation tonight, man, is we have that there are our views and our takes from A-Day. I was there live. I provided some insight. You see some things floating around on social media. The inside linebacker room is the hot topic right now on the network. But what's on your mind as far as Alabama post this A-Day scrimmage and everything that you're hearing and seeing?
Oh man, I'm actually I'm excited, man. I think Kalen is going to take the next step this year. Kalen DeBoer is going to take the next step in his regime, man. I think that we're going to win a couple of playoff games, and I think he's going to take the next step, man. I really was excited about what I saw on film, man.
Now,
I think the biggest thing that stuck out to me, at first I was thinking like maybe Austin Mack would stand out, but I know Coach had to come out and say, yeah, he was a little injured. But to me, it's going to be kind of hard to catch Keelan Russell, man. That kid is dynamite, man.
I think where people and I get it. I get what Coach DeBoer was doing. I do think Austin Mack may have been picked up, but I don't want people to read too much into Keelan Russell getting that opportunity in that moment because one, like Coach DeBoer was alluding to without saying it so much, that you had certain things that Mack was taking more snaps on going into this week that Keelan Russell didn't have many live looks with. And so the red zone snaps where he capitalized a lot of those first team snaps in those 40 and in situations. That's why, because they finally got to see him in the live action aspect of it with handling the load and then throwing him some curveballs. You know, each support staffer, I know 2 analysts on that staff personally, and both of them said his gradings and his things that they were looking for as far as his evaluations. He checked the block early within the scrimmage on some things, and then how the turnover of efficiency, right, that he played at during the scrimmage, that was a huge boost for his evaluation coming out of this scrimmage. And it was the same for a lot of running backs too. You know, their opportunity for growth, I think this year, because of the confidence in the quarterback play, is going to be extensive.
Yeah, I agree, but I think that the problem that Mac is going to have is now that Russell has gotten those first team snaps, it's going to be kind of hard for him to kind of catch up, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, you know, when the player gets injured, you know, it's like you get your opportunity to take advantage of that, and that's what I think happened on A-Day.
Yeah, and not just that, man. You got to remember, and I don't care what people try to say or look at that happened last year, but I don't think Mac necessarily had pulled away or created separation with his performances last year.
Exactly.
In those mop up minutes, you know, and then against Indiana, you know, started off strong. It gave us a little spark, but like I said yesterday,
but he went downhill after that. Like,
I mean, literally,
and that's the same thing that I hear. Like every time they talk about the scrimmage, he starts really well, but then kind of go down, kind of fizzles out.
Yeah, yep. And I think that's where the staff can kind of rely on their decision when they decide to name the starter is who is the guy that can create the most explosives on time. Right. And Russell did that over and over again throughout the scrimmage. It was very few plays where he was late on, even where some protections broke down. You can see that he has the ability and the awareness, the pocket awareness. He's very slippery in the pocket. He's elusive. Elusive is what the word that we were looking for the other day when we were talking about it. But he not necessarily Jaden Daniels twitchy, but he's elusive. And you look at how everything plays out around him when he's on the field. It just looks a lot more
video
fluid.
games, man.
Yeah, I mean Ryan Williams says that, but it's more so a thing of just being able to react to somebody that gives you opportunities, real opportunities to react. Everything that Russell does from a standpoint of extension of the play, he's trying to get someone else involved. He doesn't care to be the focal point of the result. And that pays dividends when you're playing with a talented roster like you have at Alabama. But this inside linebacker room, man, what's your future projection on it? When you look at the room, and I know you didn't get to see anything live, but when you look at it, do you see a return of LBU type inside linebackers at Alabama in this linebacker room this season?
I think so, man. I think one well, shout out to the I know we're talking about the linebacker room, but I think that because you don't have to worry about that back end with the safeties and the cornerbacks, I think there are going to be more opportunities for the guys in the box of the front seven. And I think that with QB Reese being there, and I would love to see what Caleb does. I think we're going to be fun. I'm not too worried about the defense. I think that the defense is going to keep us in games, and I think the offense, each game they're going to build. And I'm making my prediction. I think I got a feeling we'll go 11-1.
11-1.
Yep.
Where we drop the ball at? I gotta know.
I'm thinking maybe closer to maybe like the end of the season. I think because we got Georgia at home, I think that's gonna be a good win. We got some of our big games at home. I'm okay with that. I think Lang is going to try to make a staple. I don't think. Part of me thinks it's going to come down to the wire, but I think we might end up dropping the LSU game. But I can see us going 11-1. Hell, I can see us going undefeated this year. I mean, I'm just that optimistic.
I could see us going 11-1. I think our slip up would be at maybe Tennessee, being that that's a road game.
Oh yeah, we do play at Tennessee,
and I like their defense. I like what they're returning on defense, and then also an early test. I think some that could kind of wake the team up. Our early test would be South Carolina coming into Tuscaloosa in September, right?
Yeah, because they got a bump. They got something to prove this year,
right? And I think they actually have an early bye week before they come see us in week 5. It's our 4th game of the season, but it's week 5 of the season. So I think that's where it's at. Final thoughts, man, as we get ready to open this phone line back up.
Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the team is going to do, but I'm really excited. I think Kalen. I'm a DeBoer fan. I think that every year he's proven that, hey, I belong. This is my program. I think he's going to take that next step, and I think we're going to be playing for a national championship this year.
100%, man. Hey, tell me your name and put you in the game, Coach Smook.
Man, my name is Mr. QC Green, Fayetteville, Arkansas, by way of Montgomery, Alabama. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
In the game,
nice
man.
Talking to you, cuz.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Hey, y'all give it up for my family. Mr. QC Green tapping in on the phone line, man. Roll Tide. Listen, we got time for one more call, y'all. These night calling segments, these shows are not going to last more than an hour and a half. We want to be able to get on, get off, get the thoughts in, and get the clips out, because you guys are saying some hot stuff. Shout out to all the callers, all the guests on tonight. Hart, Shep, Zach, and QC Green for tapping in. We got time for one more. If you want to get on the phone line, 334-625-1121, call in, say your name, and put me in the game, Coach Smook, and we'll get you on the phone lines and let your voice be heard so that you can share your thoughts. This inside linebacker room, I'm telling you, I love what I saw from Luke Metz. Him and Caleb Woodson tried it out there as the first 2 guys. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was Luke Metz started his scrimmage. But you saw like 3 plays in that QB Reese rotated in with Caleb Woodson, Luke and QB. Then you saw a lot of Caleb Woodson with the rotation of the other 3 guys. And then Abdul Sanders Jr. was kind of like the 3rd guy in rotation or 4th guy in that the inside linebacker rotation. I think he's number 2 at the mic, but he's number 4 in the inside linebacker rotation, which is a difference. Like, there is a difference there, because I know for a fact you want to have at least 2 guys that can be the green dot, the communicators, the coaches on the field, but you also want to have a steady depth of rotation of the same, because those inside linebacker positions, they're interchangeable, in my opinion. They're interchangeable as far as their assignments. The skill sets are similar. I think they match up for the likes of what we get with this inside linebacker play, and the concepts that they're asked to complete, or the times they're asked to stand up and help. Appreciate everybody for TikTok on TikTok, man, tapping in and tapping the screen. Shout out to my sister Britt for the 10 gifts over there. And y'all, don't forget, there's opportunities to donate to the Coach Smook Network, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. We have opportunities to help us grow, man. Remember, it's not just to pay my bills. I promise you, it's not. YouTube does that. But and we got other things that we're working on. But this helps us with our support for our community awareness. Remember that this month is Autism Awareness. Don't forget, Autism Awareness Month. This is something that is near and dear to my heart, and one is near and dear to our community. Right? We have a few autistic people that are diagnosed with autism in our community, family members, children, adults, all in the same, and support them the best way we can. So support us in autism awareness and the studies to continue to create spaces for these individuals to be able to thrive, have resources to help them thrive. That's where we contribute to. And again, shout out to our sponsors for this calling segment. I'm sorry, y'all, I didn't get a show schedule graphic made. I'm gonna make sure I get that made tonight. I'm sorry, it's been a busy day. But shout out to our sponsor for the calling segment here on the Coach Smook Network, First Place Barbering here in Montgomery, Alabama. Y'all heard the voice of Kelsey Shepard in the background, and one of my new big brothers, man, Brian Harper. I'm not gonna name drop, but he's definitely plugged in and connected, and these guys have been such a boost in my life as far as that mentorship and that brotherhood that all of us need as young men. We need that in our lives. Growing men, adult men, need a solid group of men who either have aspirations of going where you're headed or have been where you're trying to go. So with that being said, y'all, we got about what? It's time, Mary J. It's time. So we're not going to prolong the phone line. Appreciate all the callers. We're going to take a quick end the show infomercial break. And then once we get out of that, we're going to close the phone lines. I mean, once we're going to get out of that, we'll make our announcement for our show time tomorrow. I think I said 9 a.m. was the show tomorrow. So y'all see the graphic. If you got your notifications on, make sure you keep your notifications on, because it's going to be a lot of the links to the screens will be posted like 3 to 4 hours ahead of the show, so you can just turn your notifications on or like, comment, and when it goes live, you get a notification when people start commenting in the chat. Kind of helps you stay tuned in and be there when everything gets started off, so you're not coming in late. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate each and everybody. We're going to take this infomercial break, and then after that, we'll close out the show here on the Coach Smook Network. Y'all be blessed, man. I'll be right back.
All right, family. That's going to do it for today's show here on the Coach Smook Network. Once again, I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. And I truly appreciate every one of you for rocking with us today. Before you head out, make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who needs to be a part of this conversation. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you stay locked in with everything we've got coming your way. We're trying to reach some goals here. And if you believe in what we're building here, I encourage you to take that next step and become a member of the AAA family. Remember, our mantra is authenticity above all. This community is built on real conversations and real insight and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly supports the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar contributed is not only appreciated, it's paid for through our monthly contributions to community health and awareness organizations. So you're not just supporting a YouTube channel, you're supporting a cause. Also, don't forget to check out the Coach Smook merch. We've got hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. It's a great way to show love and support for the network and rep the brand wherever you go. You can find the merch link in our main YouTube page and in the description. Put me in the game, coach. And if you want to stay connected and get more involved with the community, be sure to join the Discord. Just type the command in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. You can also stay connected with us directly for collaborations, appearances, community service opportunities, and business inquiries by emailing us at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com. Our staff will respond in a timely manner. And for those who want to show additional love, you can always donate directly to the Coach Smook Network through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. We also want to send a huge thank you to our sponsors and partners: Walk On Sports Bistro, Sports Info Solutions, Helping Hands LLC, Men of Standard Executive Security, Goomba Bully Killnos, and most of all, the AAA Phantom. None of this is possible without you. Once again, thank you for all your support, the energy, and the authenticity you bring to this space. Until next time, family, stay safe, stay locked in, and when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, "Put me in the game, Coach Smook." Catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., tap in for the call-in show, man. No, it's actually just a segment, a morning show segment. Won't be a call-in segment. And then Tuesday evening, we have highlight review, high school highlight review. Check them out, Coach. We'll be live on TikTok and Twitch, reacting to highlights and watching some content throughout the day, some old Alabama games. Just tap in for the Interactive Live tomorrow, starting at noon Central Standard Time. And just have some fun with us as we continue to push. And I appreciate everyone for tapping in tonight and supporting the Coach Smook Network and dropping the likes. Don't forget to like the stream on your way out. We are almost at our goal. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. And remember, this is going to be 6:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. every Monday and Friday call-in show. Tap in with us, join the conversation. Say your name, call in, say your name, and put me in the game, Coach Smook, and we'll get you in the game. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Get y'all some sweet rest. I hope y'all had a blessed Monday. And we're going to handle our business tonight and see y'all in the morning. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holla at me and say it. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. God bless you and roll tide.
Above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in, and I keep the dough off the frame. Turn the pressure into power. Put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach. In the game. Put me in the game, coach. Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach. In the game. Put me in the game, coach. That's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. Them boys over there. Look at Deontay.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro? Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job.